Okay guys, so this is something that probably I've been looking forward to more than anyone else, is my new suspension. So I've been waiting a while for it, so I've finally got it. It's all done by Kingpin Rick from Queensland, Kingpin Design and Fab. It's all fabricated, all the stuff that needs to be fabricated has been fabricated by him, and the shocks, the whole thing, it's all ordered through him. The guy does really nice work. Check out his website, Facebook page, Instagram, whatever, and I'm sure he can help you out if you need it. So what I've got is this. Let's have a look. So it's all in bits and pieces right now, but these are the rear shocks. So they're 12-inch Radflo 2.0 with a nice thick 7/8 shaft. Then I've got the fronts here, which are a 14-inch. All the custom made turrets to suit the heights and all that. And there's the rear mounts. I've also got a alloy Panhard from Ramped Customs that was just ordered through Rick because he had them, but that's from Ramped. And I've got a chromoly drag link as well. So there's all the bits and pieces that go with it. I've just got to figure out how all this goes together now. So yeah, I'm guessing I'm going to be doing this install over a couple of days, so I'll take you through the process. Oh, I also have rear retainers for the coils, and these are the front retainers. So yeah, just got to figure out how it all goes together. Oh, and by the way, this is we just moved in to a new house, so I actually have a garage now, which is really nice. Instead of working, I used to live in an apartment block and working out of a little car space. So this is really good now. I have 4 car spots in this garage. It's a mess right now because we've just moved in literally 2 days ago, so excuse the mess. This will all get, it's another modified thing that I'll be doing over time. So yeah, finally I'll probably be doing a few more videos in here now because obviously have a space to work out of now. So let's get cracking. So I've been running the Coney 88 series shocks from Les Richmond. So they've been really good, I gotta say. I've had them on for about 100,000 Ks, so roughly 4 years or so. And on that 100,000 I did a bottom pin on each, like a couple of weeks apart on the front shocks. The bottom pin broke off, so I've just decided it's time to change setups. I highly recommend that setup. I can't fault it, to be honest with you, but I'm just tracing a little bit more travel. So I'm going to start on the rear because I think that's going to be pretty easy to do on my own. I may need to go to a friend's hoist to do the front because the shocks are so long, but we'll see what happens. So I'm just going to start with taking out the mounts and the shocks and just change them over to the new ones, hopefully. So I've got the first rear shock off, and just to show you sort of what condition they're in after 100,000, there's a slight dent in the bottom of the body there. The pins are still alright. The bushes probably have seen better days, but that's whatever. But for like 100,000 kilometers, I'm full driving every second or every weekend, and daily driving this car, so they've done a bloody good job. And I'll just show you the size difference between the two shocks now. So there's the Radflo. So yeah, quite a bit more travel I'll have in the rear, and definitely a lot more travel in the front. So this other one is being a bit of a pain in the ass. This bolt or nut won't come off, so I'm soaking it a bit and hopefully it'll come off. Okay, first mount is off. If I can get that in there. So it was here, and I just had an eye mount here. So what we've got now is this bad boy. Check out those welds, very sexual. Let's see if I can get that going in here. Basically, obviously, freaking, it's going to sit like that. So I'm going to bolt that bad boy up now. Okay, so I have one side in. Did it extremely dodgy way with a high lift, so I would not recommend that. I recommend doing this on a hoist. But anyway, and what I did notice was the rear retainers, the top rear retainer actually limits the down travel. So I've got rid of that, and I'm going to see what happens. I'm going to have to get some kind of drop cone or something like that, dislocation cone. But yeah, definitely, I don't know if that, you know, maybe if I go proper off-road, like on a dirt track situation, it'd be different. But yeah, it was definitely limiting it then a good amount. So I've taken that off and we'll see how we go. Okay, so the rear's in. A couple of things that probably didn't expect. Well, one for sure was that the rear retainers, the top retainers, limit the down travel. So I had it up on the high lift, and yeah, the wheel was off the ground and there was plenty of shock to go. So undid that and gained, you know, at least 50 to 70 mil more droop. So that's that. These shafts are like super thick, 22 mil I think, really good. So yeah, that, and then also I noticed it wasn't on the driver's side, but more so the passenger side. The bush was binding up and wasn't giving it any more travel. So obviously next logical step would be to go long arms, which was in the plan anyway, but I wasn't going to do that till I did the MIDI conversion. So I've just, they're all installed. I've just cable tied the reservoir up there, and we're gonna go take it for a test drive. We'll see how it goes. Okay, after a bit of a quick spin, I just went over some, like a street with speed humps and stuff at some speed, and it definitely feels better. It just dampens it. There's no bounce after you hit it. So that was on the softest setting too. So I've got adjusters on it that adjust the compression, and then I chucked it. I think there's 26 settings from soft to hard, and I went to like from the softest to 15 notch clicks, I guess you'd call it. And yeah, that just stiffens it up, and it's definitely noticeable. So yeah, that's me with the rear end. I might start doing the Panhard now, and the rest of it I will do tomorrow at my mate's on my mate's hoist. So yeah, go muck around with that now. So here's the Panhard. It's an alloy Panhard. Get some Super Pro bushes to put in that end, and you got a Heim on this end. So yeah, it's gonna go over here. Chuck the line on. So yeah, there. Over to here, a lot stronger, and yeah. Should be better than the stock item, that's for sure. So tried doing this bloody Panhard, but this bloody bolt right here, not that one, sorry, this side is a prick to get off. It's just not budging whatsoever, and I don't have any movement. I can't get under to take it off, so all I've got is a bit of room up the top here, and it's just not budging, so I can't get it off. This is the beauty of having my car as a daily, is that I need it to be together for tomorrow to get to work. So I've just quit on it because that's about all I could have done really today anyway. I need to weld, I need to get welded on some tabs for the new steering dampener setup, and yeah, I can't do that here. So tomorrow when I get to my mate's hoist, he's got all that set up here. There, it's actually CJ Bodyworks, a friend of mine, Corey, or TB45 Turbo on Instagram, you may know of, who I've been wheeling with a couple of times. You may have seen him in the videos. Yeah, just quitting for today, and I'll do the rest tomorrow, and it should be done tomorrow, so looking forward to it. As I said, I went for that little drive, and I can immediately notice the difference. It just takes the bumps really well. So continue tomorrow. Okay, so here's day 2 or part 2 of the install on the suspension down at CJ Bodyworks. We've got a hoist today, so that's all lined up. Going to, well, I already have taken the bolts out of the turret. Bottom of the shocks unbolted, and gonna go for the new turrets and new shock. So the new turrets are here, really nice. Got the dropout cone because the coils will dislocate. That's all from Kingpin as well. So yeah, get to it. Okay, so the first shock's in. Sorry about the noise. And let me just say, it's not a fun job to fit 14-inch shocks. So a bit of mucking around, had to cut some of the plastics and stuff. And the washer bottle is moved. That's gonna have some more modifications, and this radiator hose. So I'll show you. I'll lift it up. Doing this side next. So that's how much dislocation I get. So I don't know how this is all going to go. Rick has said that there's a sleeve that he's going to make this a bit better. But the last one I put it down, it didn't make too many clanging noises, so you know all that. So yeah, that's one in, and that was the harder one. So probably do the easier one now, hopefully. So yeah, Corey's giving me a hand. Hello. Hit up CJ Bodyworks. Rightio, so the second shock is just about ready and in. So I'll give you a bit of an underside look. So that's all bolted up. I've just got to bolt the top and get the remote res in. That's the retainers down the bottom. I've put this one in the wrong way. this has got to face out towards the tyre, so I've got to flip that around. I've bolted that remote res there. We'll see how it goes in terms of rubbing on the tyre when it's tucked and turned. And so yeah, all that's left now is the Panhard's in. I had a prick of a time, as I mentioned earlier, but used the air gun and it came straight off. Do that, then do the steering dampener and drag link, and that's it. I'm also going to try some, I've got some other coils. I'm going to try these ones. They're £275, where these are 300s. So just want to try a bit of a softer coil in the rear. Well, we're getting there. So this is the wrap up part. I didn't video towards the end of the install because I was getting a bit over it. I had a few issues with the top mount that was sliding. The shock was sliding along the crush tubes, so had to take them out again and put them back in and cut down a crush tube and fit a washer between so they won't move anywhere now. Had to do that for both shocks, and I don't know, when we did it the first time it wasn't too bad, but the second time was, yeah, it's a prick to put in. So Rick's told me good idea to degas them so they're easy to like compress and open up, and then gas them up when they're in. I'll probably do that if I have to pull them out again. The steering dampener's now in with the chromoly drag link. There's the two welded on tabs for the steering dampener, so that's all in. So yeah, I've been out twice with it now. Definitely feels better. Definitely the dampening of the shocks is amazing. Really impressed with it. What else can I say? The front coils are an issue. I'm getting dislocating so much that they're now dropping out under the drop cones, so they're getting caught, which obviously isn't good. So I've ordered custom coils from Rick. So they're going to be, at the moment I've got a 425mm free height. That's 170 pound. I think I'm sitting at around 325 ride height. So I've ordered something that will sit me at the same basic ride height, but I'm going to have a longer open length, or free length, which will be 475. I think we've asked for. So they're getting made up. So I'm gonna have to go through the process of trying to not take this shock out from the top anyway. Maybe I can drop the axle down the bottom enough to slide the shock, to slide the coil into the shock. But really, other than that, another thing where I mounted the remote res, I had the adjuster down here, and on tuck and turn, he must have hit it, and I've busted one of the adjusters. So I've got the part. It's just sheared a little bolt that holds the adjuster knob. That's going to get replaced, and even though I've turned them upside down now, I think it's still rubbing a bit. So I'm going to have to, I think, try and mount them further in. I think if they're in, there's still some play there. If I put them back there, it should be sweet. But yeah, other than that, everything else has gone pretty good. Yeah, like I said, just installing 14-inch shocks, even with a hoist. Maybe if you unbolted your radius arms, it might be easier as well, so you get more drop or something like that. But yeah, it's been pretty good, so I'm pretty happy with it. There'll be more videos coming out soon where you can see the suspension. In the last two videos that I've put up, that is the new suspension. Yeah, I'm also debating whether I want to go back to the 300 pound rear coils, because yeah, I just want to sit on these for a little bit longer and see how that goes. But yeah, the 300s were pretty good. So yeah, that's it. I hope this helps you when you get new suspension. See ya.